Have some solving to do this week, but the basics of solving is, can you find two solutions between 0 and 2 pi on the unit circle? So let's say they give you clues that sine x equals a half or cosine is negative 1/2. How do you find the other two solutions? So we're going to just review these, go through these real quickly, and hopefully you're going to get super great at it so that this is an easy thing to do. So sine x and cosine x, which one, sine x, which is y the same as the y and which is the same as the x? Which was sine x? Y. So whenever you think of this sine x, think of y. Y equal half. So show me with your arms, what does y equal half look like with your arms? Y equal half. Horizontal line, everybody do that. Horizontal line looks like this. Good. So all they're saying is, when is the horizontal line equal to a half? Well, here's 0, here's 1, here's negative 1, right? So equal to a half is about like that. So when you draw those lines, you can kind of see, oh, the sine is a half in these two. That's because this is pi over what? 3 or 6? 6, right? Because it's you have the long and this is the short 1/2. But it's pi over 6. So if that's pi over 6, what's this one? How many pi over 6? 5 pi over 6. So there you go. You can say for this one, x is pi over 6 plus 2 pi k, where k is an integer, and x is equal to 5 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. And these are all you need for the two answers between 0 and 2 pi. But the reason we find all the answers between 0 and 2 pi is you slap on a plus 2 pi k, you get all the possibles in the universe. Okay? Let's try the next one. Cosine, is that x or y? Cosine is the same as x, so that's a what line? Not a horizontal, it will be a vertical line. So the vertical line is at x is, here's 0, here's negative 1, is about like this. So if x is equal to negative 1/2, then you can say, oh, I bet this is going to be what pi over 3? What do you think? Well, 1 pi over 3 is here, so this must be what? 2 pi over 3. And this will be 3 pi over 3, this will be 4 pi over 3. So x, the answer that will make this work, will be 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3. Now we can't just say plus pi because that's not straight across. But we can add a plus 2 pi k to get all the possibles. How are we doing? Doing okay? Now tangent's a little different. Tangent, what happens is with tangent equals square root of 3, some people do it this way. They go, oh, square root of 3 over 1, opposite over adjacent. So Pythagorean theorem, 1 plus 3 is 4, square root of 4 is 2. This is not a unit circle, so we can divide by 2 of everything, and now it is a unit circle, radius or hypotenuse of 1. The x is a half, and the y is square root of 3 over 2. So that's good. That'll make this pi over 3. So x equal pi over 3. Then the other one is going to be straight across because if this point was 1/2 square root of 3 over 2, this over this is square root of 3. There's another place over here, negative 1/2, negative square root of 3 over 2. For tangent, if they're both negatives, they'll cancel and you'll still get square root of 3 over 2. So that's going to be how many pi over 3? To get to here? Not doing it for you. What's that? No, 5 would be right here. You're close. It's good. 4 pi over 3. You got it. And we can go plus 2 pi k plus 2 pi k, and that'll be all the possible solutions. Now, some people that are real smart, they say, oh, what about this pi over 3? And then I can go add pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. If I add pi k, I'll also get all the solutions. Well, that works for tangent. Does it work for sine and cosine? No. So if you want to, you can do this. But if you did this, I'd give you full credit. Showing lots of thinking. You try this one, number 4. All right. So if you said sine, that's the same as y equal to negative square root of 3 over 2. Is that a horizontal or a vertical line? Horizontal. And it's way down here, isn't it? Way down here, negative square root of 3. It's almost to 1. So this one is going to be at 4 pi over 3. And this one's going to be at how many pi over 3? 5. Yep, those two. So my answer for these will be x equal to 4 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. And it'll be 5 pi over 3 plus 2 pi k. Let me have those two. How many of you had 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6? You were just thinking of 1/2, negative 1/2. Yeah. It's all right. And this is the kind of thing I'm going to ask you to do for tomorrow, that you can find those. Let's do one more. Let's do a little quiz, see if you know what you're doing. Cosine of 7x equal to, let's go, negative 1/2. We'll try that one. Just a second. Did I do that already, though? Yeah, I did. Isn't that funny? That's wrong. Let's try this one. Square root of 3 over 2. Just do square root of 3 over 2. All right, so you think of your circle then. Forget about the 7x for now. Cosine is like x. X is a square root of 3 over 2, so it's going to be a vertical line out here. How many of you got pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6 for those two? How many of you got that? Anybody confused on how I got that? So your two answers will be 7x equals pi over 6. If you want to, put the plus 2 pi k in there. And then go 7x equal 11 pi over 6 plus 2 pi k. Then all we do to solve for x is divide by 7. And that looks weird. But all it's going to be is going to be x is equal to pi over 42 plus 2 pi k over 7. And then x is equal to 11 pi over 42 plus 2 pi k over 7. I'm most interested in the pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6, but does this make a little bit of sense?